Hello and welcome to another class with me, Isabel. I have just gone on a run, so this is for all you runners. When you come back from your run, be sure to do these simple exercises and it will really help lengthen the muscles and avoid any sort of tight or pain later. First one, let's just do some squats. So turn the heels out. I've even still got my running shoes on. Press your hands into an object. Could be a book. I've got this Pilates ball just to create some resistance and close the chain of muscles. And then just lower down into a squat position. And let's just hold for 2. 1, 2. And then squeeze the glutes and lift up. So exhale, we go down. And then inhale, we go up. Let's go for 10. For 9. Really trying to draw the knees out, pressing into the heels of the feet. Let's go for 3, for 2, for 1. Nice. Now then turn to face the right of your mat. Let's place the right leg forward and the left leg back. Let's reach the arms up, bending into that back knee, and then just side bend, towards the leg that you're bending. Press the hands into the ball, especially that left hand, and you should feel like a really nice stretch down the left side of the body. You can also do this with the back knee down, but it really helps to have the ball. Keep your arms nice and straight. Push your hips forward, squeezing the left glute. Really, really nice. From here, let's bring the ball down to the mat. Swap the hands with the ball, bring the left hand onto the floor. Reach the right arm forwards, holding your ball. And then as we inhale, we'll reach the arm over and behind. As we exhale, we'll bring the ball down to the floor. Inhale, follow your gaze, follow your ball with your gaze. And let's go for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, nice everyone, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. From here, let's leave the ball, bring the right foot across the body, if you can, and then set up for a pigeon pose. I'm going to actually place the ball underneath my right glute so that it evens out and levels the pelvis. Let's put the fingers into the floor and lift up through the chest, widen the space between the collarbones, and then you can come down onto your forearms. The ball is quite a nice prop to use because it's a little bit more giving in terms of a little bit of flexibility of moving into a space that feels good rather than a solid block. But use what you have, it really doesn't matter. So just take a moment here, let's breathe in for 1. Nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in for 3. Last 2 breaths, breathe in for 4. And final breath in as I flick my hair back for 5. Removing the ball out of the way, come down and sit on your right glute and then bring your left leg around to the front. And we'll cross the legs over in our cow face pose. So getting into that position might be a bit tricky, or maybe it's really easy. Let's not assume with our words. If that's not comfortable, just sit in a cross-legged position and remember which leg is on top. And then you can, if you want, prop yourself up on your ball or your block just to give yourself, if you need it, a bit more space. This is, for me at least, the ultimate post-run stretch. We get the IT band and all the muscles down the outside of the legs and the side of the glutes, which are quite challenging to stretch, but this yoga posture, cow face pose, Gomukhasana with the arms or Gomukhasana with the legs as well, incredible. You can stay upright, and you may already be feeling it. You can walk your hands forward, and where you want to feel it is like this outer edge. Or if you want to, I suppose you could do Gomukhasana arms. So if our left leg is over, if we open our arms out, we'll take the right arm underneath, interlace the hands or wrap the arms around, and then we can lift the elbows away from the chest. And as you lift the elbows away from the chest, you should feel the backs of your shoulders slightly moving apart and up. So we're protracting the shoulders and we're elevating the shoulders, so really good for the scapular movement as well. And again, you can fold forward if you want to, if that feels good. Sometimes it just increases the sensation, which can be very helpful. Now, one question. I have come back from Brazil. I live in Brazil, into the UK. Is anyone else suffering like me with hay fever? Because I tell you, it's like I've been hit with a bomb, and I'm not seeing anyone else. Please comment below if you are, because I'm feeling rather alone in this corner. And if you have any natural suggestions, I'm not really a fan of taking the medication, but I've had to resort to it. Really, I'm just trying to distract you here, but let's hold for one more breath and then release the legs, and hopefully they should feel really nice and stretched. Let's come to the other side. So this time, let's bring the left leg forward. I started up with a standing lunge. Let's lift the arms up and then bend towards the left. And again, you can stay in this raised position, or you can drop the back knee down. But what we want to do is push the hips forward, squeeze that right glute this time, press the hands together so that we really feel that opening through the hip. Really nice, everyone. Let's bring right hand down without the ball, maybe heel toe your left foot further away. Reach your left arm forwards, and we're going to take the ball back and forth, opening up through that left hip, but also the left shoulder. Sometimes we run with the shoulders around the ears, so we're just releasing any tension of that. Let's go for 5, 4, and you can always come onto the edge of your left foot if you need a bit more space. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Let's set up for our pigeon pose on the left side. Extend the right leg back. Again, if you want, put the ball underneath your opposite glute, your left glute. Let's inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, come down. And just take a moment here. Breathe in for 1. Breathe in for 2. Breathe in for 3. Breathe in for 4. And final 1, breathing in for 5. Let's prop yourself up, move the ball out of the way, come onto your left glute this time. Bring your right leg around to the front, and sometimes I find it's good to just lift up so we can maneuver the legs. Sit on your ball if it's needed so that you can position your feet in the right way. And again, if this doesn't feel good, you can just cross your legs, but be conscious to put the opposite leg on top, so we make sure that we're stretching more so of the other side. So this side is probably more the left if the right leg is on top. Again, option 1, just stay as you are if it's intense. Option 2, hands can go on the feet and you can just lean forward or walk your hands forward. Or option 3, let's open the arms out. The left leg is over, so left arm goes under. We find our nice bind, lifting the elbows away from the chest and then possibly folding forwards. And just taking a moment here as we breathe. And I really promise you, and please comment below if you do go running and you try this. For me, it's the key to not getting any pains or any stiffness after running. When I don't do this, I really feel different experience. So let's now unravel the legs, and we'll do a final exercise. Coming onto your back, coming down onto your back. When we run, often, depending on the structure of our bodies, we're using our glutes, using our core. Running really is a full body exercise, but it might be that your hips, if you're sitting at your desk or you have a desk job all the time, you're already with tight hips and possibly a weaker glute. So it could be really, really good to get in a few of those bridge poses. The way I like to describe a bridge pose is you want to imagine that there's a pencil on your mat and you want to pick it up with your bottom. So imagine you're picking up the pencil with your bottom, and what action would you do to do that? Squeeze your glutes, squeeze the pencil, and then start to lift your hips away from the floor. The second visual that I love to use when I'm teaching in a class is imagine you're doing up a really tight pair of jeans. What position do you put your hips in? You're kind of like you can even do it with your hands if it helps. And obviously if you're watching this and you could have done this over times, you don't have to listen, but for anyone that is less familiar with a different range of movement, it's just nice to know the positions, because then we can easily just have the hips flaring. So put your jeans on, pick your pencil up, and then press the hands into the mat and squeeze your glutes. Let's just hold here, pressing in the back, into the back of the shoulder blades, just holding for 10, for 9, and what we have here is a nice space to open the hips, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and slowly on 1, lower all the way down, vertebra by vertebra, vertebrae by vertebrae, vertebra. Come onto one side and press yourself up to a comfortable seat, finding your way back into the middle of your mat. And let's end together with a deep breath in. Bring the hands together above the head and then exhale. Hands come to your chest. Thank you so much for joining me today with this post-run little mobility flow. In the comments, please let me know if you enjoyed it, if it helped with your run, and any hay fever tips. I'd be very grateful. Thank you so much, and see you soon.